Hello students, welcome to my channel Quick Bio, and today is the first topic which I am going to teach you in my channel, and it is going to be about cell. So we will be learning about cell biology in detail. Now student, the first question which strikes our head is the question about cell. What is a cell? Now we all know the definition of cell. By definition, it is the basic living structure. Some say that it is the basic fundamental unit of life. But students, how do we explain this? Now cell is a basic living structure, which means that we all know that our life started when we were all just a cell in our mother's womb, right? And we started growing up. And cell, being the smallest unit, is responsible to give life to an organism. An organism as small as a bacteria to as big as a blue whale. Now cell is also the structural and functional unit of life. Now students, you all have seen how a house is being constructed, building and bridges being constructed, and it is all made up of small bricks which gives structure to the entire house. Similarly, these cells combine and give structure to an organism. By functional unit of life means that all the activities which is being done by an organism is done by the cell. Now before moving forward, students, let us go back to the history of cell. Now, who was the person who discovered or saw cell for the first time, students? It was Robert Hooke. In the year 1665, he invented, or you can say he saw the cells for the first time, and it was a dead cell which he found in the cork. Now cork is basically the trunk of a tree, okay, and when he noticed that these cells look like small rooms, and he named it as cellula, and hence the name cell. After Robert Hooke, Anton Von Leuwenhoek, he discovered the first living cell. So if the question comes, who discovered dead cell, you can say Robert Hooke, and the living cell was discovered by Anton Von Leuwenhoek. And he also discovered his own lens. Now students, after the discovery, cell theories were made, and there were three scientists who co-founded the cell theory. Now students, it is very important to know the name of the scientist as well as the date. So it started in the year 1838 when this botanist, a botanist is a person who studies plant, and he was from Germany. His name was Mathias Schledien. He discovered that plants are made of cells, okay, and he defined the cell as the basic unit of plant structure. Basic unit means a plant is basically made up of a single cell, and slowly it develops into a plant. This is what he co-founded, okay, this is what he discovered. After that, another scientist, he was a zoologist. Now a zoologist is a person who studies animals, and he was from British. His name was Theodor Schwan. Now this scientist, he studied both plant and animal cells, and what he discovered that animals have a thin covering in the cell, and it is called as plasma membrane, and these plant cells have a thick covering which is called a cell wall. So by this we can say that a plant have a cell wall and animals do not have a cell wall, okay. Now after that, 1855, another scientist came. His name was Rudolf Virchow, and he made a theory that all cell exist or comes from pre-existing cells, which means that they just don't appear from anywhere. It means that these new cells are always made from the current cells. The current cells divide and then new cells are formed. And from 1838 in 1839, Mathias Schledien and Theodor Schwan, they made a theory that all the plants and animals are composed of cells, and cells are the basic unit of life. So there were basically two theories made by these three scientists from the year 1838. 1839 and 1855. So this is the history of cell. We will learn about variation of cells in shape, size and number in our next video. Till then, like, subscribe and share. Thank you students. See you all.